So we're going to start taking off the tonneau cover. So as I showed yesterday, the glue is separating from the actual tonneau cover on top. But Jessica rolled this shut just yesterday, and I don't know if you can see this on the camera. Kind of got caught in its own track, and now we can't even fully close it. It's just completely stuck, and it tore apart the segments. So we're going to be taking off the old one anyway. It's going to be chunked, but it's funny how this thing kind of just tore itself apart pretty quickly. About 2 months ago, I would say, first it started loosening kind of the middle area. That was like that for a long time, and then we started to see kind of the edge kind of peeling up a little bit, and then that completely came up within the week. And then of course now we shut the back while this was loose, and I think that led to the aluminum pieces here separating. So anyway, we're going to take all this garbage out. So first thing we're going to do is take off these 4 clamps underneath the bed rails, and then also the top front cover has 4 little screws. We'll take that off as well.
The other side just came right loose.
And then for me, I'm going to take off these Phillips screws on both sides. Now that this is off, I'm going to take this panel. Now Jessica's taking off the 2 front bolts that hold the 2 railings against the front piece. This rail. That's the bad part, is this is going to have to slide out because the railing is not. We won't be able to roll the other part up yet. So here's the seal. We're going to take the seal off and clean everything, clean the side rails in preparation for the new seals. So now we're going to rip off this bed rug that we have, and we're going to try to find the drain hole. And there's going to be a little plastic plug that we need to remove first. We'll cut a hole first, put the tube through, and we've already done the other side. There's our hole. This is going to attach to the bottom of the canister. This is Velcroed on. And here at the bottom is our tab that we need to remove. And since we're not going to be reusing it, I'm just going to try to pry it out. So basically that broke the tabs, but if you want to take it out, maybe you can reach up from underneath the cab and push in these tabs. But it has a little bit of a rubber seal as well. Anyway, we're gonna throw these away, and we're gonna try to find a hole here. Okay, so here's my drain tube. Feed it down the hole. should be ready to put this back. Make sure it's Velcroed back in place. Okay, now we're ready for putting in the box.
Try to center it. Got Velcro.
We've got our railings that we're going to install. We already peeled off the protective coating for this seal. This is not sticky, so don't worry about sticking it on there and having to peel it off again. It has a threaded hole here. Of course, we have our bolts. We pre-fitted it just to make sure it would go in easy. Now we're going to put it up here. And this seal, there's a plastic piece on the bottom that we are going to rest it upon. So push this other piece up a little bit so that it'll be right in the middle of that. All the way forward. And then there's a little hole here, a guide. And then we'll hand start it. All right. This says 303 aerospace protectant, lubricating the sweep seals. So we're gonna do the inside. There's a bottom kind of rubber on the bottom inside that's going to let everything slide on top of it. We're gonna do that. And then the top rubber piece, we're gonna do the bottom side of it. But since it's a UV protectant, I'm wondering if we shouldn't just do the top of that as well. Now let's do the top here. we're going to attach this Velcro piece, which will hold our strap in place, ready to be used. There we go. And I'm going to put it right here. I want to make sure this rubber seal at the front is laying properly. And you want to line the holes. You guys see, I don't want to tighten it too much. It seems to just actually push this down so much to where it could crack the top. You can see small little stress cracks on that side. So you don't want to over tighten. So these are the brackets. You can hand tighten them. And then it also has a kind of an angled piece right here. They just want to make sure that this foot is flat, but in our case there's barely any tightness there, so it really doesn't do much other than kind of push this railing out and up. This just needs to be hand tight. Don't over tighten this as well. And then there are little shims that come with the kit, but we didn't need to use any. So if there was too much gap between the two rails, then you would need to shim it in order for the gapping to be according to spec. Here it's nice and tight. It pops the seal up a little bit, but it's still sealing. There really isn't anything to prevent water from coming in right here. And then of course we put the front piece